Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video, back in the same clothes. I smell okay for now. Again, series of quick videos. That last one wasn't as quick enough. I probably was talking at 100 miles an hour in my head. I sounded like the Micro Machines guy, so I apologize if it was too fast for you still. But before this camera dies out, and while it was fresh on my mind, and while I was here, sitting here, also here in the flesh, we wanted to talk some more Pokemon Go. So to catch up with the news, right? Swablu is the community day for this month. So not really thrilled about that. Most of you probably aren't because, well, let's be honest. It's another one of those where the shiny was available, and well, it's not like it wasn't too hard to get it after a while, right? When it first came out, I remember driving around for hours on end wanting that thing because it was gold. It was cute. It was, gold with cotton balls on it. How angelic does that not look, right? So I had to have it, and if somebody needed to trade it to me, I'd get it that way too, but it meant more to get my own, you know what I mean? To get your own without it being traded, cool. If it's something that I don't really care about as much, hey, go ahead and trade that to me. But it's ironic, though, that I'd be willing to cough up more Stardust for something than something I'd actually want, But the difference is, I want to play and get what it is that I want, whereas I don't care to exchange time for something I don't really care as much. Here, take the Stardust because I'll play and get it back, right? So I guess I'm justifying my own attitudes towards how I go about getting some of these shinies these days from yesteryear or yesteryears at this point. Wow, 5 years. So speaking of years, the Go Fest is coming back. Yes, if you didn't think it was, of course it was. Last year I had a lot of fun with that. I believe what I'm going to do this year is similar to what they did with the Kanto event. I plan on live streaming some of that here on Twitch, possibly YouTube as well, depending on how it goes. I had fun doing that. I plan on doing that again. I'm going to buy that ticket, and then for some of it, it'll be here, and then I'll probably go out in public and enjoy the rest of it, depending on how things are in the world as we know it right now during these times. So that out of the way, let's go into what the details are with it, if I don't already have an image up. Here are the details of this Go Fest. And, well, gee, where are they? We've got some Gen 6 stuff here that I could also discuss. Oh, here we go. All right, right here. From July 17th to July 18th. So, ways out. But at least it's not right after, Independence Day for those of us here in the States, okay? Mark your calendars, blah, blah, blah. Return. It's a 2-day global event, right? Last year they had brand new worldwide format. So, they had Victini last year. So what are your picks for this year? Let me know what you guys think. There's still Arceus that some people want, but I don't know if that's going to be the one. Evital is obviously, as we mentioned last video, coming into the raids after Xerneas, but I don't think Evital is, a mythical, so I'm imagining some kind of mythical Pokemon. This image doesn't really show you anything, so we'll have to wait closer to the time for when they show like a teaser image like they've always done, showcasing possible teases as to what's there, okay? So, pretty much just says just stay tuned. That's all that they have there, but, it is coming back in that same format. Some people are like, oh, I'm going to be on vacation. I'm going to be... Buy the pass anyway. It's 2 days, not one. So even in those 2 days, if you have to travel or let's say you're going across seas or something like that, you still have plenty of time to enjoy it. Sorry, Niantic, but your past history has led me to believe that you're going to somehow mess this up and there should be a makeup day. So take the silver lining there that if you do have a time crunch here, There may be a makeup day, and as long as you just buy the pass, you'll get a chance to, get something. And also, if you don't play that much, you may get something. You may get something that somebody else needs, like me, and maybe I get more of the stuff that you want because I played more and can trade it to you. So, keep that in mind as you decide on participating. So let's talk Gen 6. Okay. Let's talk Gen 6. I saw the image I had here that had some information and somehow passed it. But Gen 6, there's some more Pokemon. I mentioned, the couple that are out last video, and that would be Spritzee, Swirlix, and also Goomy. Well, if we get this fairy event going the way it's supposed to, it's going to be got Pancham. And I think Pancham after that would have its shiny release, so that would be pretty close to have a Pokemon and then it's shiny right after. But that's what I remember reading. I could be wrong. Feel free to bash me in the comments if that's not accurate. But again, for this quest, you've got to catch 32 Dark-type Pokemon, it says. Okay, so that's what you need for the evolution. This is the evolutions. So, cool. Maybe you just need to catch a whole bunch of Panchams to do that. Maybe there's some other dark types that are out there at the same time, but we'll see. You should need 50. We already covered Spritzee, 50. Swirlix, you also need 50 for it, but the 25 treats, right? Inkay, which I'm not sure is out yet. Turn your phone upside down. That's different, right? And some people suspected that, I want to say months ago on Reddit, where it would be something different like that, because I believe in the Game Boy games or something, you had to do something crazy like that. But there it is. Tyrant, special requirement, evolve during the daytime. All right. And then the other version, I'm assuming, is similar, or maybe it's just a different Pokemon altogether. It's probably a different Pokemon altogether. Amora, special requirement, evolve during the night, also needing 50 candies. So all these need 50 candies here, except for Gloomy, I keep wanting to call it Gloomy. Goomy, which needs 100 candies. So you need a Rainy Lure for that too. And I'm not sure if the Rainy Lure is available now, or is it a reward next go around when Pancham is finally unlocked. That could be it. So I'll have to stay tuned and see, or I could look at my phone. But I prefer to save that for next video and let you know if that's the case. But yes, a Rainy Lure is coming, and it's coming soon. So at the bottom here, and shout out to the Sylph Road for this graphic, these Pokemoners. There's a Pumpkaboo and a Gurgeist that have stats and weight. Xerneas is a lot closer to the camera, like we discussed, and Evital, along with Xerneas and Zygarde, they had their base capture rate updated. So what I didn't mention with Xerneas was last video that it's super close up, like this. It's like this. So imagine throwing a Pokeball at my face, because I'm sure some of you at home may want to do that or think about it. Not hard to get an excellent throw. So if you're level 47, go ahead and take advantage of Xerneas while it's out. Get that excellent. Get it in. Because some of these fairy types, it's not that easy to get excellence on right here, right now. So there's a strategy there. Thank me later. So all of that is happening right here and now. So I think we've covered that. So maybe Xerneas or Zygarde is right after Evital. I'm imagining it is based off of what we know here from these Pokemoners. So we've got Swablu going on for Community Day. And if that's the least eventful thing, then so be it. Because everything else with the fairy event and these new Pokemon, it's just more interesting. So thank goodness for that. Unlike the previous events, and this is what I was trying to say last video too, they gave you some kind of bar or timer indicating where we all were. They didn't do that for this fairy stuff. Why? Excuse me. They may just fudge those numbers. And I don't think everyone's getting the the requirement that Niantic thinks they are. So rather to protect their ego and not hurt your feelings, they keep that on their own end and show a graphic later to show how close we are. But who knows? Who cares? I believe we're going to get the goal anyway, even if, a dozen of the hardcore people, dozen thousand, is that even a number? Dozen thousand. Even if a bunch of people just stop playing, all of a sudden the rapture happens and a bunch of, I don't know where I was going with this. Okay, a bunch of people stop playing, fall off the map, we're still going to reach that goal, right? So those Pokemon I just mentioned, especially Pancham, we'll get that. And it was kind of hinted at from some people that, hey, this is where you can finally get Sylveon during the friendship. It didn't happen. Maybe now we can get Sylveon if we do this. Maybe it happens, right? You used to be able to see the silhouette for Sylveon if you just renamed one of your EVs to Youre. So myself and several others that I have friendship with in the game, I saw them also have Youre as the name, right? Well, with one of the updates to the game, it no longer happens. You don't see the silhouette anymore. Matter of fact, it shows you other Pokemon that you already have, that or may have, that have been released that you could get. So we'll see. Maybe the Sylveon sprite comes back, the silhouette, and we can get that. Because, fairy event, how do you not have Sylveon? Fairy type Eevee? Let's get it. Let's go. So I'm hoping that returns after all of this is over with. I'm also hoping that the next community day is more eventful than Swablu. No, wait, what's that? Gibble Community Day. Highly rumored for a while, highly desired for a while. Gibble is getting its own community day in June. So while Shiny Gibble's already been available, it's super rare. Nobody's trying to give you a Shiny Gibble for anything. But hey, one less thing during Go Fest to look for, right? Shiny Gibble, you're getting that Gibble community day. Another opportunity if you don't already have Dragon. They're just dragging it on. See what I did there? So that being said, what are you looking forward to most? Community Day for Swablu is, for me, but maybe you still need that one. Gibble is going to be there, so what would the July Community Day be? Because, I'm like, maybe save Gibble for July and have an action-packed July. Boom, Gibble, boom. Go Fest. But July could suck. It could be something uneventful because they're going to have so much going on in July. I wouldn't be surprised there. Just please not another... I know, y'all know Gengar is my favorite Pokemon, but I don't need to see Ghastly again. I don't need another Charmander Community Day. Give Bidoof if you just want to be funny. I don't know. But hopefully this go around they continue to keep new legendaries going. Again, we have 3 straight new ones, so I'm happy for that. Just no repeats. I don't need to see Kyogre, Groudon. I don't need to see Rayquaza again, as much as I love Rayquaza. I think I'm done belly aching, at least off of that. So where we are now, let's actually pull up the game. I think I said last video I was going to see if that rainy lure was available. I'm going to open up the game right now and just confirm that before we end this real quick, because I want to cover all my bases. I want to talk about everything I had on my mind these last couple weeks and just put them out in this little half hour that I split up into 2 videos here. So while we go into the shop, and yeah, there's probably more clothing and stuff. The rainy day lure is there. I don't know if you can see that, but right here, rainy day lure. I know that's super blurry, and I'm sorry for the guerrilla style footage, but it is there. A wet lure module that attracts Pokemon for 30 minutes, especially ones that love the rain. It can also cause some Pokemon to evolve. So it is raining right here, right now. I just don't have enough candies for Goomy. Now I could just go ahead and dump a boatload into it because I need 25 to get to the next evolution. After that, it'll be that 100. So it doesn't need the lure module right now to get to the second step or the first evolution, but for that last one, I'm guessing it needs that, well, I read you the graphic. It needs that to happen. So I want to know what other Pokemon also need the rain. It'd be funny if for some reason or another Sylveon needed it. But, speaking of Swablu right here, that's just going to stay here on screen. So that being said, I love you guys. Appreciate you all. Hope to see you again in the next video. But if I don't, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Other Yellow Hat Guy out. Captain Sensation!